That's fair.
One of the reasons we do. Okay, happy new year, everybody. And for those of you who are not on here live, happy new year to you. You should be here for the atmosphere, the fun. The fan? Well, I can't kill me. Beb?
Baby, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying
It's
to
all
just,
right, Beb. It's all right. It's all right.
uh,
You want me to get you eye drops?
I'm gonna need something if you're gonna keep a fan on me.
Sorry, we're doing a little menopausal thing here. Just let me alone with the fan. Thank you.
Are you guys married or something?
We are a little bit married. Oh, gonna divorce if he don't watch himself. I'm telling you
Where
right
we
now.
going?
Where are we going? See, that's what I get every time. I'm divorcing you. Where are we
We're
going?
going.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Samaya, I'm sorry, your whole family was like, oh, Dom, everybody got sick except for the youngest three because my mom had them. Oh wow, that sucks. That's not me. I just keep taking more vitamin C and
Yeah.
thank God. Thank God. Every time I start to feel a little bit weird, I'm like, let me take which one of these is good for sickness. Let me just take more.
I
Take
just
more.
want to note the other day I actually did that too. Like I think I had gone out and briefly, we have so many like different things in the air. So randomly my allergies will kind of flare up. And so I had already drank my 3 capfuls of OPC3 in the morning. And it was about probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I started to feel a little tickle in my throat, started to feel a little congestion. And I literally popped an OPC3 chew. And
That's what
within like
Bib
20
does.
minutes, within like 20, 30 minutes, I felt normal again. And I was just like,
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever felt normal.
That's
I
what-
wouldn't want to
that's-
take it like that
too.
consistently, but it worked for the moment. So I'm like, I have a little, little secret in my back pocket.
That's good though. I mean, even when we go to Maryland with the kids because they have cats and he has allergies, he takes all the normal stuff when we go, but he also takes those chews with him and he pops the extra ones. So, so it's a good thing. Look,
Yeah.
I'm listening to people who say they do 10 of them. Are you kidding? I'm just like, it's crazy.
What are you,
10?
a bottle a week?
They might, well, when you're a
Probably
millionaire,
not all
you
at
can do that.
once, just one at a time, right?
I hope so. I
Lord,
don't
Lord,
know.
if you'll do it, if you'll do it for my friends to bless them with the finances to be able to just use a product
Well,
like
Dr.
that,
D says after so
I
many,
know
you
you'll
pee
do it for
out.
me.
Well, Dr. D said after so many, you just pee it out. She said some of these
My
people.
granny had us.
Yeah, because
she was like, use the potato necklaces and put Vaseline on your chest, on your nose, and on your feet.
Yep. Cut an onion.
Let me tell
Especially
you
your
that,
feet. It's supposed to work really good on your feet.
that Vic
Yep.
stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you something. All them home remedies, I'm telling you, they work.
One of these.
I will tell you
will knock
too,
something out of you.
if you don't have a bottle of oil of oregano in your house, you need to have it. That and mullein will help you with a lot of lung congestion. Like any of that gunk, it is a lung detox. It's a plant, but you literally take a capsule or you can take the tincture or drink the tea and it will clear all that congestion out. So if people have pneumonia, flu, any of that, you can still take that and it can help with your symptoms.
Yeah,
I don't know.
oregano's amazing for that.
My
or
hot
something.
toddy's been known to knock a few things out of people.
Yeah.
And we had,
You said what, Samaya?
I don't know if it was oregano or something else, but my mom had something in this little bottle, and she's like, "Look, put 2 drops on your food or something, because it's disgusting."
It's oregano.
My goodness.
Yeah.
It's really hot. Oregano's hot.
It is very spicy, yes.
Yeah.
But I can tolerate it. I've gotten to the point where either I would just put 2 drops under my tongue, let it sit, and then drink water or take my
If I'm
supplement.
sick, I have like doTERRA oils and I take oregano and On Guard and lemon and
Mhm.
I put it like 2 drops of each in a shot glass with a little bit of water and shoot it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
helps.
It's crazy. Like you can feel symptoms relieved like automatically when you take it. Like it's crazy how
I
fast
guess
it
so.
works.
We burning that crap out of us. I guess so. It's like,
That too.
No, that oregano will burn it out.
It is
Yes.
spicy. It's so spicy.
Crazy.
So she had the kids doing that like clockwork, and then she had this, I don't know what it's called. She just called it silver, and that's like
Mhm.
part of the thing, but I don't know the brand.
Oh,
And
yeah.
The colloidal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the silver stuff. Yeah.
and then drink it. I'm like, that was fine. Like my sister was like, this had an aftertaste that was horrible. I was like, it tastes like
You're so easygoing with your aftertaste. You're like, it just tastes like Kool-Aid. It's fine.
Hey, so do those Bliss
I love it.
gummies. Okay, so do the,
Yes.
that's what they taste like.
and-
Yes, Kool-Aid. I keep waiting for the Kool-Aid man to bust through the wall, daggone it, every time I take one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I've heard
feel
good
like
things about colloidal
Oh,
silk, but I
Denise,
haven't
that's
tried.
awesome information. 6 to 10 OPC3 to help with MS. That's awesome
yes,
Good to know.
information.
yes,
Yeah, my
Thanks
yeah,
for
granny.
sharing
it is
that.
good. Thanks, Denise. That is a good thing for sure. Okay, so let's do this. Like 2025. How many took some breathing space? I mean, I did. I'm gonna be honest. I was working the business, but took a little breathing space. If you didn't, shame on you, so you could regroup for the new year. Take some time with your family. I hope you did. Hope it wasn't because you were sick or bad things were happening. It fell at a really weird time, middle of the week. So, we lost a couple of weeks of meetings, things like that. But hopefully, um, you're ready to dive back in. But this is normally what happens. You have Christmas coming and sales are normally down a little bit. And then January happens and sales are still normally down a little bit because everybody's looking at their credit cards going, oh my Lord, did we really do that? Yeah, you did. Santa Claus was very costly this year. But everybody's also, like it or not, everybody says they're not going to do it. They're on the weight loss journey. We know that. Everybody's looking to just do better. We have lots of testimonies out there, starting with Diane's, that's been getting a lot of attention, even on the Go Trim um, seminar thing, Zoom thing that they had, which is no easy feat because the pictures speak 1,000 words. That it's just one of the most, and I think corporate saw it too, and that's why they're using it. It is a fascinating beginning and to the end, and it takes a lot of guts to do that. But Diane, man, if you ain't getting customers from that kind of crap, girl, let me tell you something. Something's wrong. You must be friends with all skinny people. That's all I'm gonna say. You're friends with skinny people, because that makes me. I was immediately like, I need to get back on the Go Trim Slim because I can do that. I think I can do that. Thank you very much. So don't forget that when you think about different things that are out there, I've actually been sending people to the Go Trim. So, we don't always know. I had somebody private message me just today who said, so what do you have that's safe for weight loss? And I felt so good because everything we have is safe. Unless you've got a kidney disorder, unless they're bringing something to the table, our stuff isn't loaded with all the stuff that normally makes people run 10 miles and
Not
they've
loaded
never
with
done it
speed.
before. There's no speed, there's not massive, caffeine and stuff like that. Slendicore speaks for itself. They've got the definition on there for the Go Trim Slim. So I love the fact that this company is very open, very self-explanatory. Was anybody on that Go Trim thing? I know Diane Lynn was on it. I couldn't see who was in it. Deb, you were on it. Janae was on it. Okay, good. I was on it. It like most of their stuff, it was a lot of information. I am learning now that when something grabs me, when something captures me, at that moment, write down whatever that is. You're not going to catch everything for sure. But when I feel like she especially the first lady who was on, I felt like she gave a lot of great stuff. I was taking screenshots of pictures, and so I could go back and really think about what she said. A lot of these things they do, there's no replays for them because you have to pay for them. You have to pay for the training. It's their time. These aren't corporate people. These are actually other UFOs. Some of these things are worth it, and I'm not saying you have to take all of them, but this is sometimes how you find the people that are worth following too. Not everybody's worth following, right? But there are some people who really know their stuff. And if you follow them or get in the groups that they have, whatever it is, that is a good thing. I think everybody at this point says, I want to lose a couple of pounds, even if it's 10 pounds or 5 pounds, or I want to tighten things up, or I don't have any energy and I want to start working out, whatever that is. So think about those things. Deb says, I went to Lakeland, Florida to see my family, my sister's family, my brother's family, and my parents and other brothers all got a set of Core 3 health sets. What a great gift, Deb. daggone it. Now all we need to do is
Yeah.
make sure they take it, right? Because then we know they're going to feel better. So that is wonderful. I love that. Samaya says, my granny is getting a new doctor because the one she had was like anything she didn't provide is wrong. She never did do other stuff helping. She said she talked to her new doctor about the isotonics daily essentials because it might help her eliminate some of the pills she's, yeah, it would, that would be really, really great. And I really have not heard of a doctor yet who's looked at the daily essentials and said, oh, this is crud, this is crap, you shouldn't take it. So I like that because when they see what's in it, they really can't argue with the science that's there. All these things are good. I mean, now they're trying to get people like prescription D and this and that. And the point is, when it's a good product and it's a clean product and they're not putting a bunch of other stuff in it, our stuff works tremendously. So great job, Samaya. Stay on her with that. Deb, make sure you follow up with your family, girlfriend, see how they're doing. You know, it's easy for people to get off of it. Hey, it can't help you if you don't stay on it. So just tell them you want to see how they're doing. If they start with 2 OPC3 capsules, you know, after a week or so, they may want to like up that dosage to 3, and hopefully they really feeling good then. So those kind of things can be helpful. We are getting ready to, Steve, if you were on the call last night with Steve, he gave us upcoming dates of things that were coming. We have the big global call, of course, next week at 9 p.m. So it's really, really great for the West Coast. Some of you are going to have to take a little turn up or something, you know, so you can stay up for that one. But it's always, I will say, it's always fun when Mark and them are on there. They always make it exciting. I can start out tired, but by the time they get done, I'm really excited about whatever they're talking about. Leadership School is coming up. We have actually we have Karen Fritz, I just talked to today. She is going to be going, and Janae's been helping me work on. We've got a place for her
Secured, by the
now.
way.
Good.
She's secured.
So you know,
I
another
think Mary's still looking for roommates if anyone has an available space. I did send her the link to, and
oh,
I didn't mean
did
to cut
you?
you off. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I just wanted to throw it out there now while I'm thinking
Yeah,
about it. But
yeah, I
she's looking
talked.
for a room for her and her daughter.
Good. Yeah, I told her that you could definitely turn her on to who you all talk to.
Yeah.
So you know, so if you're Denise, I know you still got some things going on. That may be somebody there. If Denise goes, she's still trying to figure out. She's got some personal stuff going on. She's trying to work out. So that may be something too. So if you can get there, man, get there. If you can't, I hope you're planning for Icon. I do promise you, you will never, ever, ever. I couldn't say that about the other company in the last 3 or 4 years. I can tell you with these events, you are never going to regret investing in yourself to be at these events. And I know I've only been at 2. But I didn't know anything when I went to the first one. I was like 2 weeks old in the company. I didn't know what their abbreviations were. I was losing my mind. I had people who were speaking Chinese and Mandarin and everything all around me. It's not like I could ask them. But it was so infectious. Um, uh, just everything about it, I felt the love. And you know what I felt like was more important? That I felt like I could trust them. I felt like there was love. I felt like that I was their first priority as a UFO. And I didn't know really anything, but I could feel that it was so different. So I know if you're on the Zooms and all, I would love to tell you it's the same, but it's not. They're exciting too. I need to be on them. But they're not the same. And there are many of you who are on here were at Icon too. So does anybody want to talk about that? Talk about what you felt or what your first experience was when you went.
You better go. That's what I definitely want to say. It is
Oh, yeah.
by far one of the most hugely impactful experiences that I've ever had. I've been to a lot of seminars and a lot of conferences and all these things, and I've been to some really good ones. This is like top 3 favorites that I've ever gone to. And even though normally whenever you have like presentations that last for a good while, people will usually get intimidated by that and they're just like, I don't want to sit there for that much. We literally were, y'all, like being transparent because we always were TMI here. We literally were like squirming in our seats, holding to go to the bathroom because we didn't want to miss any information. And we were like trying to hurry to go to the bathroom and hurry and get back in our seats because it was so much valuable information, from social media content creation to understanding about the product benefits. Gary Brecka, when he came on and he was talking about the benefits of how magnesium alone affects our bodies and talking about all these different things. And I'm just like, it's so, you absorb so much valuable information. Like the price of the ticket doesn't touch what we learned. Like it is so much stuff. And
Go see Gary
the
Burkett.
last day, like there were so many tears because Lauren is such a powerhouse of a person and such a beautiful, inspirational person. And she's so transparent and so open that her entire, her demeanor and her energy is like you want to be around that 24/7. Mark, oh my gosh, the way he had the entire crowd hyped, him, Steve, like all of them, how they had everyone continuously hyped up. And then it's just the overall energy, like everyone is engaged, everyone is celebrating each other, everyone just wants to be there. No one
There's so
wants to
much
get up. Like it's
excitement
just
in the room.
so
You could
so
feel it. The room was
valuable.
vibrating.
Yes, yes, it really was. I had I'm on Lauren's book thing, and I had the opportunity. They sent me the first chapter of her book the other day to read. Can I just tell you, I read the foreword and I read the first freaking chapter, and I am just like, who is this lady? And then I went back and I read it again, and how she starts this out. She exposes herself to everybody in chapter 1, and I just can't. I am so foaming just at the mouth. I want to get my hands on this book, and I want to get other people's hands on this book, especially if they're readers or they're like reading about people, whatever that looks like for
If
people.
y'all see me at this event and I look way over it, I'm sorry, I'm having to carry all the books in my backpack.
I'm like, I'm gonna like, Serena, will you sign this one too? And this one, and this one, and this one, and this one.
Right.
Could you do this, please?
Seriously.
Absolutely. Look, I do believe that this will turn people on to the company to look at it. I do, because not a lot of people are doing what Lauren does, which exposes themselves for everything that they have done. Like she talks in the very beginning about exactly how she met him, and the fact that her that he was absolutely the love of her life. And she starts at the tender age of, here she is, 18 years old. It just so I wasn't so sure she was going to start like at the very beginning. I thought maybe it was just going to be like the business part and all. I just know I kept trying to turn the page and there was no other page to turn. So you talk about something that grabs you. I do believe, and I think also it will help all of us, because see, all of us, we didn't know JR. I think sometimes we watch him and we feel so much like we do know him. And I think that he was so amazing. I think he was, and many of you won't understand this unless you know him. Sometimes I feel like that JR was like Avon's Ray Penn. He just had such a love for everybody and wanted to help everybody. And it didn't matter if you were on a team. He didn't even want to believe in all that team stuff. He helped everybody. JR had such just a love to want to make sure that people did not have to do it, that there was a way for them to do better. And I love that, because don't all of us in some way have this, look, we're trying to do better for our families. We're trying to secure our own nest eggs. And I know that, but But the other thing is too, can you imagine doing that for 2 more people, for 4 more people, for 5 more people? And in the midst of all that, turning them on to products that can change how they feel, because like me, I thought how I was feeling at 60 was exactly how I was going to feel because I was 60. And I found out very, very quickly that no, Molly, you have been living all these years because you didn't know about these products. You didn't know that there were things out there to help people. So the more you talk about it, the more you show people what you're doing. Gosh, guys, don't hide what you're doing underneath the basket. Don't hide the products that you're using under a basket. We don't have the benefit like a lot of companies like Tupperware, like Avon, like all of them, that when you say the name, you know who they are. But we have the ability to show them and change that who we are. And when you know who they are and you experience what they're doing and what they have, we have the experience to change our own lives together, but also help other people. And I'm
Molly.
not sure a lot of you even get that yet, but we really do. Yeah.
Yeah, Molly, I just want to say that the reason why you'd want to go to Icon is what I felt. It was so sudden when I got there, but I have never experienced a culture and commitment and love like I felt there. When we were at convention, I kept saying, well, why is all this stuff about JR and blah blah blah? And we got in there, and all of a sudden, you just saw that everybody in this room is on one page. It was just incredible. The culture in this company is like no other.
Even though you're all speaking different languages, even
Yeah.
the Chinese people were loving on us just as much as everybody else.
I mean, is it me, or do you not feel this company changing our lives?
Yeah.
Is it just me?
Yeah.
No,
Because I'm like,
Mhm.
Lynn, I know you feel like me, and I know many of you do, but I know Lynn does. And I'm sorry I get upset about this, but a year ago, I didn't know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
There was no Market America. There was none of
Mhm.
this. And I'm looking, this is 10 months I've been with this company, and it has brought you guys into this place I never thought you would be in my life. Who thought it could get better, but it could. But they have changed the trajectory of my life, of my thinking, of my ability, and they support it. And they support us where we are. Not if you
Mhm.
just have a
Yeah.
lot of money, not if you have a lot of experience, not if you were a top leader where you came from, not if you were like number one in everything or you won all the awards. That's not this company. This company has given me hope
Mhm.
that this industry is a good thing and that they
Yeah.
do it the right way. And I don't care what everybody else does. I don't want us to lose sight of that. That I feel like we were all thrown a lifeline
Yeah.
because I knew what was going down. It may still be sinking, but I knew, but I also felt very betrayed. And I also felt like I bought into residual income and they stopped talking about it 5 years ago. So what I'm saying is you may feel like you're not moving fast enough. Things aren't happening fast enough. Don't forget that when you first started anything else you've ever done, including walking when you were a baby, it didn't just happen. It takes time, but it takes effort. And do you know why you're walking today? Because mom and dad kept taking you and putting you back up on your feet. And they kept saying, I know you fell down, but come on and get up. I want to be that mom for you, but you know what? If you keep pulling your legs up and you just want to stay on your butt, it's not going to happen as soon as it could happen. So what I need you to do is be okay with what you want to do, because I've got to be honest with you. Like these meetings and all and hiding and protecting people, that was 2024. And many of us have found out that didn't go too well for us. We protected people and it still didn't go well for us.
Mhm.
Now, if you want to come in, if you want to use my products, if you want to be part of this, if you really want to build a business, no matter what it is that you want, you better come in proud and loud and be okay with it, because I'm not hiding anything for anybody anymore, because I feel like 2025 is a year to be proud of the opportunity we chose to jump into. Anybody else got anything on that?
I think that if you are still in that other company and you want to be careful about losing what you have, that's your choice. You know, you
Yes.
absolutely can do that.
Yes.
But I agree with you. I think that you know, whether you post it on your social media is up to you. But don't be afraid to come to our meetings and participate and be a part
Yes.
of it, because this is
Yes.
such an amazing thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Lynn.
Rita,
That's probably what needed to be. I am not downing you if you're trying to protect. Please don't think that. I get it, because no offense, we were trying to protect what we had too. It just didn't work too well for
Well,
us.
all of us that came in the beginning, we had a lot to lose too, and
yes.
we didn't want to
Yes.
lose it. And I agree with you, Molly. I was devastated by that. I was absolutely devastated.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
have that lifeline, and I think Richard's
Yeah.
trying to.
I agree. I know Lynn was crushed because she's the one that's really created all the business that we had. But what I hated more than anything else, and I feel it for all the people that are still going through it, is having to look over your damn shoulder every single second, wondering what else are they going to try to do to be chicken shit about it. Pardon my friend.
It's a horrible way to live.
It was a horrible thing. It was a horrible feeling last year for 6
Yes.
months. We went through, all of us, I think most all of us, I can speak for everybody, that we are always looking over our shoulder about, what can we do? Are we going to make the gods unhappy? It's
Yeah.
kind of like, wow, that doesn't come from a place of love.
Yeah, but I can tell you that Molly and Teresa
Oh.
and all of the people that came in
Yeah.
to this business, they came in because they had the same issues we had. They were
Yeah.
struggling with their
Yeah.
income with that company.
Yeah.
Nobody here wants to hurt anybody in that company, and we don't want to even hurt that company, but we're all
Yeah.
devastated.
Yeah, that wasn't our intent, but that's what we kept being told, like we're
Yeah.
being bad people, and we weren't. We were just trying to keep our head above water. The sky was too short.
Begged. I was on the phone with Lisa and I begged
Oh,
her,
yeah.
you've got to do something because my business is killing me right now.
Right.
Begged her.
Yeah.
And what we see now is not any better for those, but we also do know that
Yeah.
everybody has their own spot, their own
Yeah.
pressure point. They know what's good. They're any company, any person, I'm sorry, any relationship, if they know where your pressure point is and they push it, they will keep you where they want you. You won't move. Have you ever had somebody grab you in just the right spot, bruise, whatever, and you stop because you're like, oh Lord, I'm going to die. Don't touch that spot. Don't do it.
Mhm.
That's exactly what people are going through. So understandably, there is no judgment here at all. So if you're listening to this on replay, please don't think that. What I'm saying is this: 2024 was a really hard journey. It really
Yes.
was. I can honest to God tell you how it could be the best yet the worst year. It's just crazy. But it was, because what I found out very quickly is I was not alone. And I started out feeling like I was very alone. And then when I guess I was brave enough to say something, all of a sudden there were people, obviously look at the people here who felt the same way. And they were looking for something, but it was really weird to me how everybody basically that I talked to said the same thing. They needed to be able to trust whoever they went with, and they weren't quite sure how to put their pulse, how to find the pulse on that. And for me, it was very easy. And I looked at 8 companies before Market America and met with a lot of people from other companies. And there were things I liked and there were things I didn't like. And hey, guess what? There's things I like in Market America and things I'm not crazy about either. But the things that I'm not crazy about, I can live with. And if I feel like we find a great solution that we could offer to them, we do. And it doesn't mean that's going to happen, but they listen. And they want to know, what's going on. And I love that. And I love that. So what I want you to do is, my number one thing was, I was laughing, I was talking to Len and them today, and something happened today, and I immediately, like, I was determined I was not going to be angry in 2025. And immediately when I finally got into the conversation, I was like,
I'm
I
guilty.
am
I'm
so
very
angry. I'm angry. And I was like, oh my gosh, I said I wasn't going to do this. And it's January 8th and I'm angry. Oh my gosh.
Triggered already.
But I drew it back in and I thought, okay, I had a few words. I said a few words. It's all good. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm picking myself back up off the ground again. That's what I'm doing, because we are going to hit people who disappoint us. We are going to have, many of us have had people who have quit. Some of them not because they wanted to, but because they were scared and they had to because of what they were going to lose. No judgment there. Some just because it wasn't for them, or they gave up, or they thought it would be as easy as what they were in. And you know what they forgot? There was nothing easy about what they were in. They forgot what it was like to start. And they forgot that it takes work and it takes effort. And there's a reason why Mark in America says there's a 2 to 3 year plan. If you follow it, or you keep, and they say that you need to put 8 to 15 hours in, because I remember that with my other company, I was working other jobs and going through a divorce, but guess what? I was putting in triple the hours that Marianne and Ray told me I needed to do, because I had to figure out a way to make more money. And this was the only other way I could do it besides getting a fourth job. And I didn't know how that was going to work. So you got to know what it is that you want. You've got to make a plan for what you want to do. But above all, you must work the plan. Having a plan and putting it in front of you and going, damn, that's a good plan. It's the best plan I have ever wrote out in my life. Matter of fact, I'm going to share it in the group because this plan is great. And then if Lynn were to look at me and go, babe, what step are you on? I'm like, no, girl, I haven't started yet. But I need you to know it's a good plan. It's a good plan.
But
Okay.
shout out to you, Molly, because you said it. You said it in your earlier, just a few minutes ago. You have to get to work, right?
Yes.
And you're doing that now with your Market America. I'm watching you. Every time I try to talk to Molly, she's on another Zoom call with somebody, showing the plan and showing the product. And so if you guys are wondering why Molly is growing so fast, that's why, because she's working the plan.
I believe in people. I believe that it can, you know what, it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, but I believe in people most of the time before they believe in themselves.
Yes.
And what I wish that everybody could see in themselves, what I see in you. And when I have Zooms with Kathy and Linda and we're texting back and forth, and Joy and I are laughing over a Form 1000 and trying to figure out, and Tracy's like, hey, and Janet's not on here tonight, but Janet, and I'm like, it's okay. They're like, oh, I know you had other things to do. No, there is nothing more important to me besides Mr. Bibb that helps you understand that you can. It is possible. It is possible. But it's not possible without your work. It's not possible without consistency and trying to figure out, if you don't feel like you're moving ahead, why is that? Is it maybe not the right actions? Is it maybe that you're just doing what you've always done? And you know what they say. You don't make me say you're crazy, because if you keep doing something and it's not working and you've been doing it a long time, it's time to do something a little bit different. And I know some of you are probably scared of having those face-to-face conversations. You do realize you don't have to get it all right? And you do realize that if you need help explaining it, there are other people here to get it wrong with you. You don't have to get it wrong by yourself, and you can get it right with somebody. I've been doing that with Mary Becker lately. She's bringing people on who can't be on our Zooms. And so I have to Zoom with other people because I remember when I used to get Steve to have to Zoom with me with somebody because we weren't doing meetings and stuff yet.
We have some
And Phyllis, Phyllis be like, I don't know if I could ever do. I don't know if I could do. I don't know if I. She knew what she wanted to do, but Lord, since she found the rosary beads and decided that we could get her on a couple of Zooms, man, she has been like awesome, right?
Well, then she got on that global Zoom with the
Yeah.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her, look at her grow. That's what I'm saying. And and Carrie and Mike, whoever thought they'd be doing these funny
And now,
little
Molly, are you going to be
reels
sending
and stuff.
rosary beads to everybody?
So this is going to be the question. I don't want to keep you all late tonight, but I want you to think about this, and I want you, if you're willing, and if you're not, if you're like hard pass, Molly, I don't talk about this tonight, we'll have to. It's okay. But I need to know where I can help you all, or what I can work on with you this year. It doesn't mean we're going to have this magic cure to fix whatever you feel like the problem is. But one thing's for sure, together, all of us together, we can throw ideas out there. We can help. We can do one-on-ones. We can do whatever it is you want. Hi, Miss Joy. I didn't say hi to you. I was being rude.
Miss
I just saw
Joy.
Phyllis say hi, Joy. I'm like, hi, Miss Joy. Hi, Miss Joy. Yeah, so it's all good. Tracy, I love you too. And I'm sorry Janet's sick. She's been watching Winnie. That's what it is. She's sick from being grandma because she's been watching Winnie. I love Winnie.
She's sick. She's not going
Yeah,
to be able to do
TT
it
just got
really.
on. TT was late. TT just got on.
TT,
So
you were
it's all
late.
good. So here is the question. The question is, and if you can't talk and you want to put it in the chat, that's okay, because we will read it in the chat. We'll go over it. I need to know, no matter how stupid you think it is, how petty you think it is, what is the number one thing in 2024 that held you back, that you want to do better in 2025? And by the way, I don't want just one. This is not the one word thing like Molly, consistency. We all need to be consistent. Okay. So before you think of the word, let's just stop it. We're not looking for words. I want to know, what do you feel like is holding you back? And when I say that, I'm not just talking about getting your 2 people. I'm not talking about customers and sales too. Because can I tell you something? Without customers, there is no BV. And not everybody is going to sign up with a $500 kit. Okay? I'm sorry, life's hard right now. People struggling to put gas in their car and milk on their table. Okay? But they've worked on giving us some really great things like this new $169 kit. I know they don't get any BV, but I'm sorry, if you're loving the product and you're using the product, 200 BV, that's manageable to do if you're working the business. So we'll talk about that later. That's not for now, but who wants to start? It's okay. You can be vulnerable with us. It's all good. What is the number one thing that you feel held you back in 2024 that you want to do better in 2025? Janae.
Oh, I will say for me, what held me back the most in 2024 was not only my doubts, but also my self-sabotage because of my circumstances. I started out in January losing a corporate career, thinking that that was where my path was going, but I knew that I wasn't genuinely happy in what I was doing. And then at the same time that that was happening, my coaching business didn't take off as quickly as I thought it would. And then also my previous company, was not taking off the way that it normally would that time of year. And everything had slowed down and stopped. And I filled out 40 plus job applications, didn't get but one interview, and that still didn't work out. And I was just like, I feel like I'm doing all of the work. I don't understand why nothing is going the way that it should. And what I had to realize is all of that rejection was actually redirecting me for where God was calling me to be, which is exactly where I am right now. And I ended 2025 with nothing but gratitude and happy tears. And to know that, seeing that full transformation from feeling completely defeated at the beginning of the year to having so much creativity by the end of the year, was just a true testament that I needed to remove me out of the way and truly move myself out of the way. Molly knows we have been on a roller coaster journey through the previous company of where I got in my way a lot. Daddy Lee, at one point, I remember him calling me and telling me, when you're ready to get serious and stop making excuses, call me back, and literally hung up in my face. That was the biggest reality check that I needed then to realize that it's not only valuing other people's time, but it's also valuing how much I'm going to prioritize a better me. I could sit up and say every excuse under the sun about why things aren't going the way that I wanted to, and come up with every single thing about what I need to do differently, or I should have done this, or I wish that I had done this. That doesn't matter. There's nothing else I can do about that. What I can do is make a change right now. What can I do today, even if it's a baby step move, to put me forward into the next direction that I'm going for? And every single step that I have made since August has worked out in my favor. And it's because I am fully surrendering everything to God's will in this season. I've
So
had nothing but
you are
blessings.
done with self-sabotage. That's what I hear.
Absolutely.
You're done with self-sabotage. That's what,
Absolutely.
and by the way,
And it's
it
not me being
shows.
unrealistic.
It
Huh?
shows. It shows. I need you to
Thank
know. I
you.
know you're just starting, but it shows. So
Thank you.
congratulations. I see the difference in your post. I see the difference in your social media. I see your consistency. I see you bringing products into everything you do, whether you're trying to be funny, whether you're trying to be serious, whether you're trying to lecture somebody, which is normally me,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
that looks like. I see it, and you are consistent. So congratulations. I love the fact that not everybody has this skill, and let me call it a skill. And sometimes I think people are born with it. You have a skill for figuring out how to put a product into the most unusual scenarios that you do, that I'm like, she was just stirring up OPC3 and she was talking about, you need to quit talking about people right now. But all I'm looking at is her stirring a cup. And I'm like, but then people are going, what are you stirring in the cup? Like they didn't
Yes.
hear what are you stirring in the cup? So
Social media
if
has
you're
taught
gonna
me
watch
that
somebody,
y'all have to do that too. Social media has taught me that a lot. People pay attention to what you were doing more than what you were saying. They
yes,
still listen to you, but they're like
yes,
nosy. People are
yes.
so nosy about your background,
They
all
are.
the
So
things.
if you so here's what I'm going to tell you with Janae. Strong point for her. Where what I watch personally, this me, her leader, right? Right, partner here. I watch what she does on social media. I do, because I think what she's doing is not hard, but I get ideas from her to incorporate the stuff I already do, right? So how can I fit it in? If you want to know how to do that, if that's something you're interested in, and I'm not saying it's for everybody, okay? Let's be honest. I look at what Lynn does all the time. I can say I do something similar, but Lynn's got this skill that goes all over the place. Like every time I see her dance, I don't know if it's going to be serious or funny. So I have to watch it because I
Yep.
don't know where it ends up in the end. So do you know what captures me? Oh, it's TikTok. This one might be funny. Oh my gosh, let me watch this. What is she doing? She does the whole things, and doing this at the right time, I would tip myself in the eye. That's what would happen, but she's great at it. But I guarantee you, when she first started, guess what? It wasn't perfect. And I bet you that when Janae started too, she's got a gift, but she has absolutely schooled her gift. So thank you, Janae, for sharing that. Let's move on to, did you have
Well,
something?
Janae is a rock star on social media.
She
And we
is.
should all be following her.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with
Yeah.
that. You want to know?
I would love to do one of
girl.
our meetings at some point. I would love to present like different tips and tricks too. I'm
We
more
can
than
do
That
happy
would
to
that.
be
do
Since
that
great.
you
sometime.
volunteer, we are going to put
That
that
would
down.
be great, Janae.
Molly, when you say it like that, actually, let me think about it. I'm just playing. You know, actually, now that you mentioned it, let me
And
go
let,
ahead.
and let me ask you that. Let me ask you this too, or before we move on, Kim, I'm coming to you next. Don't go away or cough or anything. Don't go away. Are you guys open to some separate, like once a month sessions for something special like this, like somebody talking about
Yeah.
one thing like this? Because I do feel like sometimes we get so caught up in team talk on team night. And I want that because you all say you love team talk. So that's great. But I do believe that if we're like, okay, Janae's going to do this, or Phyllis is going to show us how to do this. If we do that, right, I want to make sure that you guys are okay with us doing it. And it wouldn't be like, oh, okay, we're going to do this and it's in 2 days. But I would really like to be able to say full hour, this is it. Okay, hi, everybody, welcome here. Janae, take it away. What are you doing? That kind of thing. It can only help us all.
I'm gonna
It
say
can
Yeah.
only help us all.
Yeah.
So
And
I'll
if you
figure.
can't make it, you can do the replay, right?
Yes, 100%. We'll
Absolutely.
always do that. 100%. Yes.
I'm gonna say something.
Go ahead.
I didn't do good enough job of protecting y'all from yourselves this year, and I'm gonna be much better at it.
There you go. So if you're being coached by him, Ms. Joy, watch out. I'm just gonna say, oh my gosh, it's gonna be rough. Okay, it's all
Janae had
Hey,
to
y'all
show
are
me
gonna have like
at
a
Icon.
fancy
Janae
group.
had to show me how to post a picture to Instagram without it being a video.
Oh yeah, I remember
I
that.
didn't realize there was that little thing there.
Oh,
It was
I love that. Oh my gosh.
it's
See, it's the
little
little
things.
things in life. It's the
Yeah,
little things in life. I love it.
absolutely.
Okay,
But yeah, y'all
Kim,
keep
how
posting.
about
People are
you?
watching.
Come
Hey
on, Kim.
y'all. Okay, so I think my biggest struggles have been one, I still have a full-time job that is kicking my behind physically. Like yesterday was my first day off, and I literally sat on the sofa like just like a zombie recovering. That took one entire, I just had no ability to function yesterday. Today is my first day. I'm like speaking coherent sentences after my work week, and that's part of it. And it's due to the fact that, yes, I'm working full time somewhere else, but I am physically in pounds per week right now, y'all. I am so obese, it's gross. And I'm having a hard time moving. Everything hurts all the time. I'm sleeping like crap because I can't sleep on one side all night long. I'm just miserable right now. And I'm just trying to get my health under control. So that's why I was asking, because when I just take the Go Trim Slim by itself, it just makes me want to eat even more. So
Yeah, it sounds
help
like you might
me.
need me. Are you taking the axe?
Yes, I am. That's helping with some of like the premenopausal goodies, that we
Okay.
experience.
How about the Chrome V6? Have you tried that? Is that what it's called? The V6?
Yeah, the axe and the chrome together will probably.
Not with any regularity. I've tried it just to see if I reacted to it,
Okay.
because
Well,
sometimes some of that, Bernie stuff doesn't sit well with me.
right.
But yeah, no,
Well, you're not going to know unless you do get on it and get on it
90
religiously. I mean,
days.
they
okay.
say 90 days, but obviously I think you're going to notice a reaction within 30 to 45. I would think for sure if it's going to be a bad reaction. But I think you're
Protein.
going to have to,
Up your protein.
yeah, you're going to have to up your protein. Lee's 100%
Can I
Okay.
can I
right.
add something into?
Sure.
You might need to try, Kimmery, to do a cleanse first and re-regulate your immune system and kind of like reset everything before you start
Make sure you're not
incorporating.
Make sure you're not working.
I'm gonna tell. I did a
Yeah.
2 hour.
Oh, I have been cleansing for 3 days. That's not a problem.
Okay, not cleansing like that. So it's the difference between having a bug and
Yeah.
actually cleansing.
Tell her about
So
myself.
But
Kim,
there's gentle ones you
Go
can
Trim
do.
makes me hungry too. So it's not
Yeah,
just
it
you.
doesn't work
Yeah.
for everybody in the same way. You're 100% right. And Dr. D even
Kim
said that.
Marie, for
Yes.
72 hours, all I did was drink water, plain coffee with no additive, just coffee, brown
Gross.
water with caffeine and bone broth for 72 hours. And it will
Oh yeah, bone
reset
broth
your
is good, too.
system.
Yeah.
But on that last day, you're gonna kind of want to schedule it to be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kim, I hear full-time job kicking your butt. It sounds like it's kicking your butt to so much that like your energy levels,
I just
Well,
have nothing left in the tank. Yeah.
yeah. What we need to find out is what we can put in your tank to give you a little bit more energy. We have plenty out there. We got to figure out what's going to work for you. That's what we
Yeah, I
gotta
feel
figure
like
out.
I am taking so much. I feel like a human pill dispenser right now.
But
I'm
at this
just like
point, I
trying
think
to
there's some
shovel
things
all
you
the
know
crap
are not
in.
working for you. Go Trim is not working for you. So there are
Right.
some things you need to be like, nah, this isn't working for me like it is. Like what it did for Diane, but let's be honest, Diane didn't just do the Go Trim Slim. Diane got very serious. Diane did protein drink. She was always posting them. She did say she reduced the amount of her meals when she was eating. She wasn't walking like a fiend, but she was getting some exercise in. She was determined she was going to put it all in place. So
Yeah.
comparing like those journeys, see what I'm saying? Like not
There is
Mhm.
something coming where you're going to
I
be able
think
to
the
sign up
ace,
for
the
tests to help you
axe,
specifically supplement to help your body actually function completely.
You're supposed to be talking about that.
So,
You're not supposed to be talking about that. Stop it.
okay, I didn't
Stop
say
it. Are you drinking?
no.
Stop it.
Water.
I'm telling Steve.
No,
I'm
no.
telling Steve.
I
Tell him.
didn't possibly hear something about that accidentally posted the other day. So I did, anyway.
So you've got some stuff going on. Look, the full-time job thing, you got to pay your bills. I can't, and you do have a very stressful job. So I can't do much about that. But I do believe that we can figure out what absolutely is not working for you so you can come off of what's not working for you and then put some things into play. But you need to quit putting things into play all at one time. If you take 3 new things, you're never going to know what you're reacting to or not reacting
Right.
to. I just think that we're so excited that fear of missing out or something. I got to take this person's taking it. They're taking that. This is the results they're getting. Let's take this. And before you know it, you're like, I'm breaking out in the hives. What are you breaking out from? I don't know. I started 5 products. That's normally what happens. So you
Yeah, no.
kind of don't want to do that. So we need to find out what, and you need to know too, what if you're taking 3 things and only one thing is really giving you the energy? What you taking the other 2 things for then? See what I'm saying? So I think we have to
Right.
slow you down. We have to slow you down. So we will talk about that separately when we get together.
All right.
Because I think if we can get you feeling better and get you on the right things,
It will.
I think it might change the fact that you're like, I'm just going to die. I don't have anything else to give. I'm getting sick. My immune system is compromised, the whole 9 yards. Let's get you off what you don't need to be on. And let's start you one at a time on stuff besides the stuff. I mean, look, do I think personally everybody should be on Core 3 Health? I do, but that's just me. Unless you've got some physical
Right.
says you can't be, I think everybody should be on that. But I think other than that, I think that, you know what, we're going to have to take these things one at a time because it's not working the same way for you. So let's talk about that when we get together.
Okay.
Okay. Sound good?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yep.
Who wants to, let me read a couple of these first and then we'll go on to somebody else here. Hold on one second. Linda said first, we aren't accountable to ourselves. We have not made our business a priority since 2022 and it has affected us. Linda also has some other things, businesses and stuff going on in her life, but I have to tell you, she's a go-getter. She's very enthusiastic about this company in particular, but there has been a lot going on in her life. But I love the fact that she is so willing to be like, yeah, you know what? I haven't done this. And we need to try to figure out how we're going to do this. So I know she's working on it because she's always in contact with me telling me that she is. So 2025 is going to be better. I'm hoping to see Linda put what her and hubby want to put first so that we can start seeing the success there for sure. So Linda, you saw that. We hear you. Deb says, I was struggling with how to bring up Market America without sounding like a constant sales pitch in 2024. Lee, what would you say about that?
You got to start talking about things. Like for me, I tell people, quit calling people and going, hey, I got a new business. Start calling people and asking them how they're doing.
Yeah.
Be sincere, be genuine. When they ask you how you're feeling, I'm feeling great. Started some new supplements, but I called to talk about you. That will actually impress them that they're going to call you back and go, wait a minute, you said you were on some supplements. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. And keep talking about it. But you know, again, if you're going towards somebody just to sell them, that's never going to work. It never works. It didn't work with me with the other company. It certainly doesn't work with me in this company. But what I've done, and I don't know who's following me on here, who's not, but you know, I don't talk about the products and stuff all the time either, but I do dab it in there. And lately I've been concentrating on what products do I love. And because the Bliss
Be
gummies
authentic.
was huge for me, because I had just found out from hearing you all talk about it, how great it was. I started putting it out there. I have a new group that I started. I put it there. I put it out on my wall. I was getting feedback from both places. Today I put out, what did I put out today? Can't even remember what I put out today.
The aloe.
Oh, the aloe, that I was going to send out samples to 6 people. But what happened is I put the post on about how it had helped me. I wasn't taking Prilosec anymore, that kind of stuff. But in the midst, in the comments, I slipped in a comment that said, hey, you know what? If anybody's reading the comments, like, I'm going to give samples out to 6 people here. So you know what? DM me about it. And you know what's amazing? I found out exactly who reads comments and who doesn't. And I had like 12 or 14 people reach out to me, said, man, I'd love to have a sample of that. And you know what I did for the first, I cut it off. 6 people. Hey, look, I wish you had seen it sooner, but keep watching my posts because I will do this again with something else.
I would say this. Be authentic. If that
Mhm.
product's helping you, shit, talk about it. People can feel your excitement, your authenticity. Don't talk about something you're not taking, you're not you. I am not gonna, I mean, I can sell mascara because I can just, y'all are crazy. I know y'all. Y'all got like 4 mascaras in your purse with a whole, but I can sell off of that. The deal is, it just, if she sold that Bliss because it was authentic, it was real, it was making a difference. And people are like, wow, I want to see if it makes a difference for me. If you share the difference it's making with you, and if compliance calls you, by the time they figure it out, it's 3 months later anyway.
You've
You're
already
fine.
got
You
the
done sold it.
customers. Yeah. It would be kind of like Kim right now. If Kim was trying to sell somebody something for energy right now, the way she's feeling, let's be honest.
It's not authentic.
Do you think anybody's going to listen to her about what's going to give her energy? She
No,
says
that'd
she's
be
about
like, girl,
9
sit
inches at
down, go
work.
take a nap.
Yes, shut your mouth. You're trying to sell me something. You just want my money. You know what they're going to say, right? That would not be the thing. But when she has something that's recognizable, that maybe she has a better mood because she's feeling better, that she tends to have more pep in her step at work, that something's going on that wasn't going on. Again, when it goes on long enough, people are going to ask, people are going to notice in the conversation. I think the thing that everybody said about me once I started with Market America, I'd been on the products 2 or 3 months, is they said, what is going on with you, Molly? What is going, and this is before I know what you're like you're smiling, it seems like you're getting your mojo back. What's happening? And the honest to God thing is, the only thing that happened was I'd started the Core 3 Health and I had been on it for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, you know, I do feel good. I could tell them I did. People will notice it. With something with Phyllis, somebody who knew Phyllis and how Phyllis is not somebody who gets out in the general public and does all this stuff in front of people. If one of Phyllis's friends were watching her do a global thing that she was doing in front of thousands and thousands of people, you know what they'd probably say? Girl, what drug did they have you on? Could I get a little of that? I got a presentation tomorrow and I need what you're taking. That's what would probably happen with that.
With that Go Trim, I mean, those pictures are undeniable.
Yes, 100%. So what are they seeing? What are you taking that people can see? I bet Carrie and Mike's they're probably wondering what's going on with them. They crazy, or they doing some drug, because they're out there doing little videos together and like, what is going on with these people? And then they see people commenting on what they're doing. So think about that.
There's 2 types of people when people see you happy. Those that want to tear you down because they can't believe that you're happy and they're not, and those who want to join you in your happiness. Focus on the ones that want to join you in your happiness.
So Deb, think about what's changing. What of these products or this company, even when you're talking about what you love about the company, this isn't just about products. What is it that you love about the company? Because I think that can help dramatically. What does it mean to you? That's right. What has it brought into your life? Denise says, I've got a couple for social. It's not having self-confidence, and I don't know how to do TikToks or Snap. Not that I'm not even a snapper, so I can't help you there. Not that I would video myself. Well, girl, you got to get over that. Come on. Phyllis is doing unboxings. We know it can be done. She's doing it. Oh my gosh. Overall, it's a lack of knowledge. I get very confused with 3 apps. I think Janae would say right there, why are you doing 3 apps? Start with one. Start with one, master one. Why are you trying to master 3 of them? Just because she can do 5 at once and blink at the same time and feed her kids and cook dinner doesn't mean everybody's going to start that way. Okay. She couldn't either. There was a time she couldn't answer my question and cook dinner at the same time. Okay. She has grown. Just so you know, my girl has grown in all these
Steps, baby steps.
Baby steps. Thank you, Janae. That's the word. So stop thinking you have to know it all, but decide which one you're most comfortable with and concentrate on being better on that one. When we have Janae come on, we're going to have her take like one, and then we're going to have that. So you're going to get some skills from that. That's where we're going to go. Go back and forth which app. Okay. So we got that. Current link.
I think Denise is talking about the 3 Market America apps, not the
Oh, with
social-
that too? Oh, with 3. Oh, look, the one app, can I be honest? I don't even use the one app. I use the marketing app and I use shop.com. That business app, just delete that. Delete that. That is the most confusing app. It does not look the same as on the computer. If you've got the business app on your phone, get rid of it. Thank you for that pickup, Lynn. That was a huge pickup. I thought
Also, you know
talking
what?
about
It
social.
was Teresa. I think you and I and Teresa were talking. That business app, I couldn't make it work either. So we ended up
couldn't.
putting the actual website
Yes.
on our phone as
Yep.
as a button on our phone, and then,
Yeah.
then you can just go to the app. You don't, I mean, you can go to the website. You don't need to go to.
Yes. Yes. It works so much better if you just go
Yeah.
to the site. 100%.
So I mean, you guys, you can do that if you're on the page. I think you can just go to your phone and share it to your desktop, right? Is that how you
Yes.
do it? I don't know. Janae probably knows that better than I.
Janae.
I figured it out, but I just don't know how to tell you to do it.
Janae, how
Well,
do they?
How do you
they-
share a web page to your phone, to the front of your phone, like as a button?
What?
Like if you want to take the unfranchised.com
Did I
site.
miss the question? I'm sorry. Say it again.
Oh my gosh, if you would pay attention, it would help. I'm gonna say that first, okay? I'm gonna
They,
say-
they made a
look.
website and page on
Yes.
their cell phone.
Okay, so the unfranchised.com site, I've told them get rid of the business app. It doesn't work right. But if people are on their phone, they need to be able to go to the unfranchised.com site.
I figured
you
it
would
out.
take-
I
All right,
figured
Yeah,
it
Lynn,
you
out.
can actually
forget
click
you,
you can
Janae. Lynn's gonna
I was
tell
gonna
us.
say if you're on an iPhone and you go to Safari and log in, you can click the book and it makes a bookmark
It's
on
a
it. You can
bookmark.
Click
also
on
click,
add.
click
Yeah,
click the square with the arrow up, and then you can add it to your homepage.
yeah.
Thank you,
Add to home
Janae.
screen. Just add to home screen. There
Yes,
you go.
at the home screen. There
yelling
you
at
go.
me.
See,
So
Carrie's
however
like,
you do
I
it,
knew, Molly.
yeah.
Why didn't you ask me, Molly? I knew. Here we go. Just
Always yelling. The only
Okay,
thing
oh
that I
my
had an
gosh.
issue with in the app is that the GMTSS doesn't work, but like I'm still able to do the majority of the stuff.
That's because you're
I
ahead
just
of
don't have as
all of
many
us.
options.
I got annoyed. I
can't-
got rid of it.
You can't see the widgets in the app, like how much your
No.
DD is. That
No.
doesn't show up in the app.
Doesn't come up. I can't stand it.
And I look at that
she'll
every
know
day.
that very soon, and she will get very peeved off once she realizes that.
Yeah, because I look at that
You'll
every
know
day.
that.
I agree with that. I already saw that part. Yeah.
Yeah, but wait till you really got to look at it every single day, all the time, because you got all these people coming on, and you're trying to keep a no. I am like
Because
I'm
Molly's
gonna burn my
building down
phone.
one of your legs and you can't keep up.
Oh my God, the boom! Like I cannot keep up. 100%. Okay, on screen. Who wants to go next? Come on, let's go. Who's gonna do it? Go. Miss Joy. Miss Joy.
Oh, well, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Hey, we get just so excited. I know. We know.
I'm sorry, Miss Joy.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. No,
Plead the fifth.
I think that one of the problems that I think that I've had over the last, I don't know how many months, is trying to balance my posts so that I'm not overwhelming people with business posts because I'm using my personal page. And I mean, I do it in Instagram and I do it in X and I do it all, all the other places. But I do the bulk of my work on Facebook on my personal page. So I don't want, they always tell you the 80-20 rule. And so I struggle with that sometimes, trying to decide whether I'm, getting too much of what I shouldn't have You understand what I'm saying?
I do. And think about some of the stuff we talked about that Janae's doing, where I said Janae's not even talking about a product, but she has the product in her hand. Like you could be saying your pictures of beautiful Florida when it's not 30 degrees, when you're like, when you're doing those pictures and you're showing this beautiful thing, but yet you have got your OPC3 or whatever that's in the picture. Just because it's in the picture, you don't have to talk about it. Believe
Right.
me, boy, it's a beautiful day. I'm feeling so good. You don't got to say why you're feeling good. They're going to be, what the thing, what's in her hand? What is an OPC? Get down with me, get down with the OPC. You know, that's what I think.
Molly did a post one time, and I was sitting in the background with a glass of bourbon. You know how many people asked her which bourbon I was drinking?
Yeah, they did. Oh, what's Lee drinking? What is that? Yeah,
I was in the background.
I think sometimes
I told you
having
people are
something-
nosy.
People are
Something
nosy.
there.
Yeah, we
They
all
are 100%. So I don't, and too much to me is when all I see is people put links up. When you're just
Mhm.
putting freaking links up and that's all you're
Or
doing,
just a picture.
it's about, I hate it about as much as I do these stupid things that like, I don't want to even say political posts, but I'm talking about like I can talk about something political and then 18 things come up because my phone hears me, right? I don't even want to talk about it no more. It's just that I said it. I said it now. So for you, I would say what you do is great. Don't overthink. Don't overthink that you have to talk about what is in the presence of the picture or whatever, just because it's in the picture. Create some curiosity. Because you're right. If you do talk about it all the time and it's more 80 than it is even 50-50, then people are going to be like, oh, she's just talking about that powder crap again. We know what she's talking about. But what I love about you is your posts are always like you're very active in your community and the things that you're doing down there in Florida. But like starting your day, you know how many times I take a picture of my coffee cup because I have so many mugs? And it's just simply, sometimes people will say, what are you drinking today? Many of you follow Lisa Wilbur and how she's always putting her breakfast out there and what she's eating this morning. And yet I've got to tell you, I'm the person anymore like, okay, does she not get up yet? Like, is she eating turkey today? Is she eating cheese? What is she eating? But before Lisa had to give up some of her other businesses, when she would say, and here's my coffee with this or this in the coffee, whatever company. So the point is, sometimes she would say it, sometimes she wouldn't. And some people would probably go, oh, I bet you got X, Y, and Z in your coffee this morning. That's what it is, right? So people get to see that. So
I'm too busy wondering what she was doing this weekend. Like, oh, she's in New York.
I
Oh,
know what she's doing, and you know what she's doing. Nobody's guessing that one, so that you know.
She's doing Todd.
but you're spot on. You're spot on, not Molly.
So funny. She's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. What else, Miss Joy? Is that like the biggest thing? Like you just second guessing your posts and stuff?
Well, yeah, sometimes, but I think getting people to like I feel like I do a lot of posts, but getting people to react to them is extremely hard for me without like pushing it. So maybe it's all the same. It's all the
Everybody go
same.
like Miss Joy's post for a week and feed her into other people's algorithm.
Also, if you
Joy
post
also
about-
try to engage with other people's, like spend the first 10 minutes before you post something engaging down your news feed. Do not do it too quickly because the algorithm will think you're a spammer. But just like go and engage, add a comment, like, love, like do different things for just 10 minutes and then make your post. You'll start to see all those same people that you react with, it will show you on their news feed. So the algorithm boosts your content to show them that you posted something because y'all recently reacted with each other.
Joy, it's not always what you're doing or not doing. Sometimes it
Right.
simply is the
I do
algorithm.
that. I do
Yeah.
that in the morning. That's one of the first things I do is
Okay.
that exact thing. So I have started doing that at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Gonna
other
take a
thing
little
is
bit.
too, all of us too, Lee just said it and he was kind of saying it in jest, but we should all be friends with each other. Look, I have a lot of friends and a lot of followers. I don't see everybody's posts, but when I do, It's so funny. I'll see Lynn's post 3 days later after she posted, and I'm like, how in the
I'm gonna
frick
help
did
you with
I?
the algorithm.
Did I? You know why? Because her algorithm suddenly took off from when she first did it, and guess what showed up?
I'm
It
gonna make
showed up
y'all
in my
feel better.
feed.
I am married to her. Sitting 4 feet from her. I
Mhm.
listened to her make the video. 2 days later, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say, why are you listening to that again? He says, what do you mean again? It's the first time it ever came up. I haven't listened to it. When did you do this? So we should all be friending each other. You don't got to go, or you know, like if Miss Joy puts up a thing and she has OPC3 or something there, you know, I'd be coming under her post going, I know what you drinking, girl. I'm not saying, oh, you taking that OPC3. I'm not. It's fun. What do you drink? I know I know why you feel good today. You know, we should be doing
the
that for
algorithm
those
will
of are
figure
using
that
that.
out and start.
Yeah, without being weird and without,
Yes.
and you guys, what you don't want to do is with any of us, please don't go on there. I'm stealing your post, or can I steal your post?
Ugh, yeah,
That's a
don't do that.
question for private message. That's not on your news feed.
Yeah.
And yeah, or how come? I mean, I get people that say, "Are you allowed to do that?" It's like, why are you commenting
Oh
on my?
my gosh. I know. I just delete. I'm just like, I don't even comment. I just delete.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if any of us post, doesn't matter who it is, if we post, we are posting for our news feed. We are not posting for your pleasure, right? So treat it with respect and understand that our customers are reading your comments.
Yes,
Well, the other
100%.
thing is I will tell you this. One of Molly's funniest videos, the most viral thing, was she just turned her camera on one day and said, before I decide to get in shape, does anybody like me chubby? And she posted it.
Mhm.
This thing after 3 days went ballistic.
But I was serious. I was serious because I didn't want to work out.
But the
Let's be clear.
comment section, because some people started busting on her hair. Well, she didn't say anything. So then people started fighting back and forth
They
about her
did.
hair.
Leave her alone. She
Huh.
wants wild hair. Leave her alone. I will fight you. I don't even know who this person is. They was gonna go fight for me. I don't know. But one person saw it, who, by the way, had 500,000 followers. Don't know the person, wasn't following them, but that person saw it and they shared it, and it took off. It took off. And then here's another one. I had one where I made a soup before we could put the music and all behind it. And it was a really, really creamy soup. So if you don't want to hear this, y'all just shut your ears. But anyways, here I am. I'm saying this is some sort of soup. Can't remember what it was. It was very creamy soup. And I'm stirring it. And do you know why it went viral? Because of the sounds the soup was making when I was stirring it. No lie. They were like, I don't know. But
There's a word for that, actually.
Watch, and I'm like, are you serious? How did my post just get X? I was just showing my soup, just showing my soup. I
And you
don't
get mad at
understand
me
it.
because I go, that's what she said.
I know that, but that's where it was going. So sometimes it's not what you expect. It just picks it up. But you know what? If you're not doing it at all, then what happens is nothing's going to happen for sure. So I don't think you're doing anything wrong with Joy. I think what happens with you is that you start feeling this way, and then you kind of start drawing back because you think, oh, I'm not. And by the way, just because they don't like, just because they don't stop, just because they don't comment, it doesn't mean they're not seeing it.
They are.
I mean, I get my feelings hurt. I used to years ago. Nobody. It's like I'm just not even there. I'm the invisible woman or something. Like nobody's seen my post.
You don't ever know who you're influencing. You don't know how many people are watching you. Somebody's going to come out of the woodwork 6 weeks, 6 months from now and say, I watched you do this video, or I saw this picture of you, and it's just going to come out of the blue. But also be vulnerable, like Molly was saying.
That's true. Let me tell you, I've done my Molly's moments with Jesus. It's amazing to me that I can do it. I can do it. Lee can't find it. For some reason, they've put it under. I might have 200 views. Now, I put it on this week. I had over 2,000 views in the first day. Don't tell me they don't take stuff when they want to and do what they want for whatever reason it is. Maybe I said a word I shouldn't have said. I don't know what happened, but it doesn't make sense if you have all the same people and the same people, but people weren't showing up, like even to watch. That was weird. Not even to click in and click out, whatever. So we can't be trying. You're never going to figure out the algorithm for sure, because I've seen Janae have 700 likes on something, and then I will watch 2 reels that I think are much better than the one she got 700 on, and she will have 80. She will have 80 on TikTok, and I'm like, dude, I don't even get it, because to me that was the one right there.
Can
That
I
was
tell you, I literally have a video in my draft because I'm ready to tussle with TikTok.
Yep.
Because TikTok, like I monetize. I've been a content creator on the platform for 4 years, but I monetized it 3 years ago. And before I was able to make however much I did, there was no limit on how long the video had to be. It could be 15 seconds, and as long as you got a certain amount of views, it would go up. Like you
Right.
get paid. Now your video has to be a minimum of a minute and a half to be able to monetize it. One, and then it has to also have over 1,000 views for you to be able to get the action, right? So I posted an inspirational affirmation, 15 seconds. It got over 1,000 views on it. Can't get paid from it. Posted another video that was a minute and a half, posted it to my stories, and TikTok, I kid you not, said, you can't monetize this one disqualified.
Why?
When I tell you I'm ready to fight, and I'm not a violent person, but I'm like, I'm fighting for my life. But at the same time, Molly, absolutely, you confirmed exactly what I got frustrated about earlier by Samaya. But I was like, you absolutely confirmed what I got. Oh, sorry. What I got frustrated about earlier, because I posted another one that's in my story about it. I posted a video that's a minute and a half. I've only got 300 views on it. And it was actually more powerful than the affirmation.
Yeah.
Most people won't sit still long enough to watch an hour, I mean, a minute and a half.
Yeah, they
Most,
did.
most will not. You're right. Unless
Instagram's, I was just doing this the other day because I did a training on it, but Instagram's own number says the average attention span is 8 seconds.
Yep.
8
And if
seconds.
you don't catch them in that first 8 seconds, boy, you're done. Now, if you have something that's good enough that's going to catch them, they're going to stay around. But in most cases, they just keep scrolling. So
And
that's
they typically won't watch a whole minute and a half.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah.
your soup is gurgling immediately.
Oh my gosh! And don't gurgle it too much. Put music behind it. That's what I'm gonna tell.
Listen.
Y'all do that. I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna say
That's actually a proven thing. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a word for it, that the sounds
I know.
actually makes TikTok videos go viral.
I just am like, you've got to be kidding me. It's crazy.
ASMR.
Yeah, that's it. Who said that?
Yes. Yes.
Carrie.
Carrie did.
What does it mean exactly? Do you remember?
So-
It is ASMR. That's what it was.
Crazy stuff. Hey, Linda makes a good thing here. She says showing a genuine interest is important. You don't know what somebody's going through until you sincerely ask how they are today. Always not make it about how good is this post going to be? What am I going to get out of this post? Is this a good enough post? Is my picture good enough? Is my double chin showing? Is my makeup just right? What is going on? How about something that just says, hey, I don't know how you act like you're talking to the person in front of you. I get so much from that. Like, hey, if you're having a bad day today, I feel you, because I've been there too. Or how
You
about
just
just saying,
stated
how
that.
you doing? Yeah, that is important. So Linda, thank you for that. That is huge. Shanae says people don't want to be bought. They want better, and they will trust you to recommend what works for them through your own experience. Absolutely. And then Denise says the 3 marketing apps. Molly was like, woo! Yeah, it was right over her. Thank God for Lynn catching it all. Oh my gosh. Okay, just kind of going through here real quick. Okay, Kimmery says, oh, she's got it. Sensory meridian response.
Yeah.
Kim, you so smart,
Yeah.
girl. So smart.
It's all that medical terminology. I just put the
Gotta be. I'm like,
pronunciation
I'm
on the
so
right
impressed
syllable.
now.
But see, now you know it really is a thing.
I love
So you
that.
can
It
make
is-
more
Yes.
gurgling soup and make more, and you'll get lots of views.
Yeah, Molly, they say it's ASMR is the tingling sensation that usually begins in the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine.
Man, I gotta tell you.
Sends a shiver up your spine.
Yeah, you know what sends a shiver up my spine? Every time I watch that Market America video that makes me want to cry every presentation.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, that
they're
video's
my
amazing.
people. I want to hug them and squeeze them and treat them like George. And and yes, that's what I want to do. So that's cool. Okay, so look, this is what we're gonna do. I think, oh no, we're not going to do Phyllis because Phyllis don't feel good, and I'm not going to pick on her today. I didn't even expect her to make it for sure. I have picked on her, but not like bad, not like bad. I have. So I think just about everybody on here is on the
Oh,
list. But
I
listen,
did have a question that just since Phyllis is on here, if I can ask her. I have not been on the GMTSS PQRST whatever lately. Does
what I
anybody
call it.
know?
I call it.
No.
I'll call
Does
it that,
anybody
Kim.
know when the next color blending
Phyllis does. Here she goes.
is?
Scheduled it. Wait, let me look because it was recently scheduled a new one. I'll look for you. Let me see if I can get to. Hold on.
Becky said something about Sunday, I think.
Was it Sunday?
Coming up. Let me see.
Maybe Phyllis can look while Molly finishes what she was saying.
Yeah, okay, so this is, so some of you are on here, and I say this because Linda, I'm not sure if you're on the list. And you may not want it, but Linda, I need you to know something. I fixed an amazing honey bun cake, and I made goodies for everybody. And if you're on a diet, I'm so sorry. So if you don't want it, you're not going to hurt my feelings. But I would love for you to text me your address because I can't see it on Market America because they're still hiding stuff. They're supposed to be bringing all that to light. So if you would like them, I'm a really good cook. There's no X-Lax in it. I promise, great stuff. And you can say it doesn't have no calories in it. Okay. So if you would like it, please text me your address because I would love to send you some out. I believe everybody else on here, I think your address was on there. I think I'm looking here briefly at my list. So if
Send
you
my
have,
address again.
I got your address, girl. I got you. I'm gonna
Actually,
make
can
you
you
better.
double
We're
check?
gonna like
Can
shove
you
the
double
honey bun
check
cake right into you.
to
That's
see if
sweetheart.
mine is in there too? Like I don't know. Is mine?
You were not in this one. Stop it. You weren't in the first shipment. Quit it. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Oh my
How
gosh.
would be greedy and I didn't even get the first shipment?
It's not coming up. I'm gonna.
You did. You're not. It's not out there. Oh, I thought she's talking to me. She's talking to
She's
Kimberly.
looking
Never
for
mind.
the training.
I was going to
It's
yell
not
at
coming
her.
up.
I was going to say, Phyllis, you weren't in this shipment. Phyllis, you weren't there. Oh my gosh. So anyways, everybody should be getting some sort of a shipment here. They're all officially going to be out by Friday evening. I will say, just simply from being the baker and all this, they turned out amazing, amazing. Matter of fact, I kept one for me. They were so. I got thinking. Richard told me the other day, Lynn's on the treadmill, and I'm like, she gonna hate me when she get her package. She gonna be like, don't hand me that. I'm on the treadmill right
Hey,
now.
Richard,
Why are you giving that
hey,
to me?
Richard.
If she doesn't know we got it, then she won't eat it.
That's so wrong. That is wrong right there. That is wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I am going to ask you to do is, if you are in the Market America group, I'm going to start a post. We were talking about what you want to, what your holdback was, but the post is going to be positive on the Market America group tonight. What I want to know is, what do you want to accomplish? Not in 2025, between now and Icon. That is August. That is August. I want you to think about, is it a certain amount of customers? Is it getting your first person? For some of you who, let me just say this in case people in the replay too, some of you that are already qualified and activated need to pay attention to your BV, because some of you are very close to coordinator Rick and Tina. If you're watching the replay,
Yeah.
and I am waiting to celebrate your tail, but we must put in the little teeny bitty BV that you need to make that happen. And I'm busting at the seams because Janet's not on here. I thought she'd be on here. She wasn't on last night. Janet made executive daggone it, and I need,
Yeah.
but she's, she had $600 in her pocket. Don't tell me it can't be done.
Yeah.
It can, but what I want to know is, what does that look like for you? And I don't want to do it here, and I don't want you to put it here, and I don't want you to just put what you think I want to hear. I want to know realistically, what do you want? Is it this? Is it, in a month, I would like to make $150. $150 with Market America sales, whatever that looks like for you. And by the way, it all starts with sales. Let's look at it this way. I want my VIF wallet to say $100 at the end of the month. Is that what you want? Imagine the BV that you would get from that if you made $100 in your retail commission. Is it that you do want to find your two people. And you're like, well, I've been trying. Trying doesn't get it done, y'all. You just got to keep sharing. Eventually, the right people are going to be in your path. You're going to find them. They're going to want it. And by the way, stop looking at all the Avon people. Stop it. No offense. Half of them I wouldn't want. They're whiners. They're complainers. And they've gotten so good at it that I need people who are not scared to work. And you know why I know you're not scared to work? Because you show up. You show up. And some of you are not here because you can't be here because you're working. So I ain't talking about you behind your back. I'm right here on replay telling you, you show up. It's all good. But what I'm telling you is you may have had some goals for 2024. Don't cut yourself short here. You were also learning a lot. You were also trying to figure out, oh my gosh, this is so much. But now we're in 2025. So with what you've learned, what your growth has been so far, what are your goals? And there could be just a few people, just maybe, that I decide to send some sample packs out to. So not so you can sit them in your drawer and stare at them, but maybe so that you could put them in the hands of people and follow up. Maybe that kind of a thing right there. Okay.
Wow.
That is what I would like to see. I would like to say, look, some of you had some stuff going, and you know what? It wasn't your fault. People fell off. People quit before they even got their first foot in the door. They quit. That is not your fault. You stopped taking personal responsibility for that. That is a personal decision they made. And you know what it told you very early? They were not the right people for you. You will find the right people. There is nobody that's with us right now who hasn't lost somebody. I don't know if that makes you feel good or not, but let me tell you, being your leader, it makes me feel good because I've lost people too. And I sat there and said, what the hell didn't I do? What didn't I give them? What did I say? Did I say something wrong? Did I not explain? No. Their decision. They either want to do it and they want to stick with it and they want to learn it and they don't want to be quitters or they don't. Now, some people, they had to hold on to their paychecks. I'm not going to take that from them. I get it. But people who just, it's too hard, it's too this, I'm sorry. This is a company that believes that when you work and you get it done, we're going to pay you for it, whether it's retail or whether it's leadership. Okay. So please do that. I'll put the post up tonight. Would love to know what your goals are. And if I believe you, I could send you something besides honey bun cake. You can take daily essentials after you have honey bun cake. It might help get it out of your system when you're done. Okay. So
just take some protein after the honey bun
That's
cake.
right. Do that. That's what we need. Yes. That is the solve right there. I love that. So thank you for being on here. Please let me know when you get your stuff and if you like it. And hey, and the candy stuff, it's got nuts in it. If you have peanut allergies, give it away. Don't want to hear no hospital visits. Okay. No hospital visits. Don't want that. Don't bite into it. I know it's going to
Send
smell
it to
good.
my house. If you can't have nuts.
That's right. Send it to Lynn. Lynn
I'll
says
leave
I
it on the
got it.
treadmill.
Oh, good. While she's on the treadmill, she's going to go, give me another piece of that German chocolate crack right now. That's what we're going to do. Put peanut butter on the honey bun for protein. That's so bad.
There you go, Tracy.
Yeah.
All right. I love you bunches. I will see you next week. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.